Now, you may not look vibrant, you may not act vibrant, you may not even think you're vibrant, but you are vibrant because you are the image and likeness of God. I am alive. Mom Mabley used to say, any day I get up and I'm still alive is a good day, you know. And they asked her about other things, you know. Anybody remember Mom's Mabley? She was an old-time comedian, and one time said, Moms, he said, do you like old men? And they asked her, do you like young men? And she said, old men. And she said, listen, the only thing I want out of an old man is to show me where a young man is. She was a good comedian. Alive, active, and aware at all times and under all circumstances. We'll have to remind ourselves of that this week. When things seem to be going wrong, remember that you are the vibrant, active one of God. Now, we can say to ourselves, when we look out at our worlds, you know, there's so much confusion today. Healthcare, isn't that interesting? That's totally, I don't know what to say about it. And plans, and warfare, and all the rest. But we can say, I am one with all the good of the whole universe. I'm one with this. I don't have to accept all this. This doesn't have to be a part of me. I don't have to care about this. I don't have to let this weigh me down and be an anchor in my life. I am one with all the good of the whole universe. And I like to go on and say a little bit more. Nothing, say nothing. Nothing can stop my good from manifesting now. You see, we have this tendency to believe that if it doesn't come this way or that way or the other way, then or if I'm not here or if I'm not doing this or somebody else doesn't like me, my good can stop manifesting. So we say, nothing can stop my good from manifesting now. Now, the love of God is a wonderful thing. And we have tendency to love some people and not love some people, or just not, maybe just dislike others. So we have to correct that. And we say to ourselves, the love of God works through me, giving me patience and understanding. Patience and understanding. See, all people aren't where you are mentally and spiritually. They're not there. You may be below them, you may be above them, but they're not exactly where you're at. So you have to have some patience and understanding to accomplish a good deed. You all, some of you, and most of you, raised children. You had to be patient, right? Didn't patience kind of come hard from time to time? It did with me when I was raising my girls. When my twins were in walkers, you remember those? They had it figured out. If one of us wanted them, then they would just run and split up. A good plan. It was a wonderful plan for 2 years old. And then you didn't know which one to go get first. So we in our infinite intelligence, we figured it out. We put a rope and tied them together. Now, they were not happy. They tried to get away, but they drug the other one with them every time. But we had to be patient because they're growing. Now, if at 32 years old they are still in walkers trying to separate, then I'd say there's something wrong. But you see, patience brought its sure reward. They grew up. Now, all of us that have children, we could say, we think they grew up, anyhow. And lastly, we get weighed down with these anchors of concern. I am very concerned about such and such and such. I'm concerned about that. So let us affirm like this. Today, at this very moment, I release all my cares. You see, what do? You carry them around on your back like this big anchor, and you're just kind of trying to get around with it. I saw a fellow on the street the other day, and he was walking down the side of the street with a huge cross, and he was carrying it. Yeah. The cross is a bridge between unreality and reality. You don't have to carry it. The bridge has already been made. All you have to do is walk across it. Today, at this very moment, I realize all my cares and concerns, and I release all my cares and concerns and accept the presence of God as sufficient to meet every need. Now, there's been times in my life, I don't know about yours, where I didn't know what to do, where to go, or what was going to happen. So I had to say, somewhere along the line, of course, after I worried and wrestled around, you know how it is. I release this because I don't know what to do about it. I can't do anything about this. So God, you will have to take care of this if you don't mind. And then I guess if God was a person, he'd say, well, thank goodness, finally, now I can do something about it. So these are terms that you can say to yourself and that you can release problems from your life. But above all, you have to be willing to release them. You have to be willing to release them. Because if you're not willing, they will not be released. They just won't be. That's all there is to it. I am a channel. I am image and likeness. Gifts of God are operating through me. God is my life. I am one with the good of the whole universe. The love of God is working through me, and I release my cares. Now that makes sense to me. Someone once said they had married a fellow that was in another faith, and she told him, I go to truth because it makes perfect sense to me. And that's I remembered that through the years. This makes her perfect sense. It just makes perfect sense. There's no guilt, no over-concern, but just release the love of God. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.